It is time for another weekend of Premier League action. This weekend we've got match week 15 of the Premier League and it's time to preview the games that will be played this weekend. So today I've got 10 things you need to know before this Premier League weekend, match week 15. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you go ahead and click that like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, make sure you also click on the notification button and become a part of the notification squad. Number 10. Allardyce takes over Everton. It is confirmed, it is signed that Sam Allardyce has agreed to become Everton's new manager 6 months after he stepped down at Crystal Palace, saying he had no ambitions to take another job. Everton had a fantastic win a couple of days ago, 4-0 against West Ham United at Goodison Park, and the 63-year-old has signed a deal to the end of June of 2019. Ronald Koeman was sacked 5 weeks ago. Allardyce will be taking his job, and he'll be taking over for the caretaker manager David Unsworth, and his first game is this Saturday against Huddersfield Town. Number 9. Will Everton continue their form? Everton host Huddersfield on Saturday in Sam Allardyce's first game in charge at the club. Wayne Rooney was back to his best during midweek, scoring his first hat-trick since 2011 as the Toffees crushed West Ham, managed by former Everton boss David Moyes, 4-0. Rooney sealed his hat-trick with an incredible halfway goal inside his own half before Ashley Williams scored as Everton moved up into 13th position in the table. While Everton have experienced a really disappointing season so far, they've won all 4 home matches this season against sides outside the top 7. Huddersfield, on the other hand, suffered their 3rd consecutive defeat on Wednesday, losing 5-0 at the Emirates. Only 3 teams, one of which is Everton, have won fewer points on the road this season than Huddersfield Town, who have now failed to score in any of their last 6 matches away from home. Number 8. Newcastle travel to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea will be hoping for their 2nd Premier League home win in 4 days as Newcastle head to Stamford Bridge on Saturday, though the champions may have to do it without Antonio Conte. The Chelsea coach was sent to the stands by the referee due to ranting at the 4th official during the Blues' 1-0 win against Swansea on Wednesday night and faces the prospect of a FA ban despite apologising after the match. The champions were less than impressive as they just edged a 1-0 win against the Swans at home at Stamford Bridge, and they'll be trying to close that gap between them and Manchester City as they trail the league leaders by 11 points after 14 games. Obviously they host Newcastle United, a team who are winless in their last 5 matches. They were on a 4-match losing streak, but they did draw 2-2 against West Brom during midweek, so it should be a comfortable win for Chelsea. Number 7. Will Salah lead Liverpool to an away victory? What a signing Mohamed Salah has been for Liverpool this season, and will he be the man that will lead Liverpool to a win away from home against Brighton this weekend? Liverpool have won 4 of their last 5 league games to sit 5th in the table, just 2 points off Arsenal, who are in the top 4. Jurgen Klopp's side have really been able to add defensively to their game, but a routine 3-0 victory at Stoke on Wednesday will give the German coach confidence in getting another win on the road. Brighton are winless in their last 3 games, but were impressive during their 1-0 defeat at Manchester United last weekend. They also had a 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace on Tuesday, so defensively Brighton are playing really well at the moment, but Liverpool have those stars. They've got Sadio Mane, Salah, who are playing incredibly well in the past couple of weeks, especially the last month. Number 6. Leicester face Burnley. Burnley have been the surprise package this season, quietly going about their business. The Clarets now find themselves above Tottenham Hotspur in the table, which is insane to think, and 3 points adrift from the top 4. Burnley moved up to 6th following their 2-1 win at Bournemouth on Wednesday night. Goals from Chris Wood and Robbie Brady sealed the victory before Joshua King scored a consolation for Bournemouth. Burnley have now won 4 of their last 5, keeping clean sheets in 3 of those matches. But they'll be facing Leicester City. There'll be no pushovers if they play as they did during the first half on Tuesday night. Claude Puel's side beat Spurs 2-1 at the King Power Stadium. The Foxes played incredibly well in that game, and this is going to be a great watch. If Leicester City turn up and play the way that they did against Spurs, and Burnley just continue the form that they've been putting on this season, the way that they've been playing, it's going to be a really good match to watch. Number 5, out of form Spurs face Watford. Tottenham are in something of a rut at the moment, losing 3 of the previous 5 Premier League games and face an impressive Watford on Saturday. Since beating Real Madrid in the Champions League, Pochettino's team have picked up just 4 points from 5 games. Tuesday's loss to Leicester City was Tottenham's 4th in the league season, matching their total defeats from the entire 2016-17 season before December. Watford were blown away in the first half by Manchester United on the same night, but Watford have been playing well this season, and it's been Marco Silva who has led the way, the manager. He's no fool, and Spurs will have to improve drastically to come away with a much needed 3 points. Number 4, Pardew takes charge. Crystal Palace face a familiar face on Saturday. Alan Pardew will be taking charge of West Brom for the first time ever, and obviously Crystal Palace is Pardew's former side. The ex-Palace and West Ham manager was appointed by West Brom this week following Tony Pulis' sacking and faces Roy Hodgson. Palace gained a much needed point on Tuesday against Brighton, but remain bottom of the table after 14 games. West Brom sit 3 points ahead of the Eagles in 17th place, so Saturday could well prove decisive in the grand scheme of the relegation zone. Is this Crystal Palace's time to finally jump out of the relegation zone? We're going to have to wait and find out this weekend. Number 3, the road gets harder for West Ham. On paper, this feels like one of the biggest mismatches in Premier League history. Manchester City are blitzing the Premier League at the moment. Raheem Sterling stepped up when they needed him most, winning and scoring goals at a rate which has never been done in English football history. Meanwhile, West Ham are on the huge downer, looking set for relegation, and have hired David Moyes to take over, but that has not changed the results. After 3 games in charge, David Moyes doesn't look like he's going to change things at West Ham United, and he just looks like it's going to get worse and worse for West Ham this season. We're going to have to wait and find out. How many goals do you think City will score? Let me know down below in the comments. Number 2. Will Ozil show up in a big game? Now, the talking point before we take a look at Match of the Week is going to be Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil was incredible in Arsenal's 5-0 win during midweek. And it seems like the same story for every Arsenal fan that I hear, and it seems like the same story from every pundit. Whenever Arsenal face those weaker sides, Mesut Ozil steps up. But when it comes to those big teams, those big games, Mesut Ozil becomes a shadow and you can't really see him out on the pitch. Arsenal will be facing Manchester United this weekend, and the question is, will Mesut Ozil step up? There's rumours of Mesut Ozil wanting to leave Arsenal at the end of his contract and go to Manchester United during the transfer window. So with all that talk, how is Ozil going to play against Manchester United? Is he going to show up? Is he going to help Arsenal possibly pick up a much needed and a huge victory against Manchester United? We're all going to have to wait and find out. Let me know down below in the comments, do you think Mesut Ozil will show up in this game against United, or will he go missing like he usually does against those big teams? And number 1, Match of the Week. Arsene Wenger and Jose Mourinho resume their long-running rivalry as Arsenal host Premier League rivals Manchester United on Saturday. Arsenal secured a comfortable 5-0 victory over Huddersfield on Wednesday night. Manchester United survived a late scare to beat Watford 4-2 on Tuesday to cement second place, though Mourinho's men almost threw away the win after it was a shaky end to the game. United cannot afford to be sloppy at the back with the Gunners' attacking form. And every Manchester United and Arsenal game is always huge. And who is going to walk away with the bragging rights? We are going to find out this Premier League weekend. And that is the 10 things you need to know before this Premier League weekend. Match week 15. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you all on my next video.